Hello, good members. Welcome back to the Kuhb Games YouTube channel. Welcome back to RGT to 1K. We are playing the FTK deck again. I don't plan on featuring this a whole lot on the channel. We're going to stick to mostly like the regular, I guess, Reasoning Gate decks. But this is the deck that I'm going to be playing in GGP Detroit this weekend. So thought it would be cool to post this because by the time you all see it, I will either be in or be on my way to Detroit. So, you know, if you're playing and you get paired against me, here you go. This is the exact 55 that I'm going to be playing. Yeah, I guess you can have a little bit of a head start in the matchup. That's okay. But no, I really don't mind posting the deck the day before. And, you know, I love playing this deck. So that's what we're going to do. I've already been over this. You all already, if you've seen the last video or you've seen the other video about the deck on my channel, you already know how the deck works, how the combo goes, and all that good stuff. I just made one change. I cut the United We Stand from the side and added in a Megamorph. Don't know if this is actually correct, but this is a card that I wanted to play around with a little bit in the deck, and I think it makes a little bit of sense. You often are going to be taking some sort of hit or two while you're trying to set up, or you're really looking to go into Cyberstein, and Megamorph, you know, creates a very, very simple OTK with Cyberstein and the old Master of Oz. So going with the Megamorph here, everything else pretty much the same. I was trying out a Ring of Destruction over the Mirror Force, but opted to just stick with the Mirror Force. Once again, shout out to Madcap for sending me this list. Always love playing Madcap decks. Always have a ton of fun with them. And, you know, they're actually really good. Madcap is really good at refining decks. So that's it. Let's get to the ladder. See if we can FTK some people. All right, match number one. It is very hot in here, and I am like fresh out of the shower, as I'm sure you can tell if you're looking at my hair. That is not a good combination. That is just asking for all kinds of condensation. But yeah, this is a pretty good hand. We're a little bit light on combo pieces, but we have the Graceful Charity. We have Monster Gate with a Toon Table so that we can guarantee that we get to DMOC, and we have a Giant Trunade that I guess we don't need. Opponent's just setting a monster here. Okay, Upstart Goblin's not a bad draw, I think. Yeah, I don't think I want to go all in on the Toon Tables here. So let's leave Soldier Boy in the deck. Yeah. We'll just grab the other Toon Table here. We don't have enough combo pieces, though there's a good chance that we will get to them. But if I draw the Cannon Soldier here, that's fine. I draw the Cannon Soldier now. Because we can go into, we can Soul Exchange. Well, that doesn't really change anything because we already have access to the Cannon Soldier. As far as the Mass Driver effects, yeah, let's just throw down the Graceful Charity. Upstart's nice. Serial Spell's a little late. We do have a Soul Release, which I don't think is doing a whole lot here. So let's get rid of Soul Release. And probably the Serial Spell. It's not doing anything like currently in the hand. Mass Driver is good if I end up... Well, maybe I do just get rid of Mass Driver. Because, like, if I draw into a Pot of Greed, Serial Spell would be really good, but it's really just Pot of Greed at this point, right? That might be worth hedging on. I'm going to keep the Serial Spell. And now, just throw down this Upstart Goblin. We're drawing all the cards. There's a Spell Economics. Okay, so now we just need to hit Dimension Fusion. All right, yeah, we're going to go for it then. Let's throw down this Toon Table. There is still some variance here, so we haven't quite secured the FTK, but... And I guess we didn't go first, so it's not technically an FTK. It's my first turn, though, right? So let's go ahead and... Oh, Sacred Crane? Okay. Got a little bit of a mirror match here. And by mirror match, I mean... definitely not a mirror match, just a Reasoning Gate mirror, if you want to call it that. But if you did see, we did mill over the Dimension Fusion, so we do have the kill here, so that's pretty cool. Might be it might be a short video if everything goes like this. How many turns did you play in the video today, Kuhb? 4. All right, opponent's gonna concede. They see the DMOC. I'm actually not going to side anything, I don't think. Maybe... So the opponent could be bringing in, like, Spell Canceller and stuff like that, so maybe I do need to bring in... I usually don't like siding against Reasoning Gate, but thinking about Spell Canceller, maybe I do bring in the machine gate side. I'll give it a shot. Usually I don't, because like they don't have like a ton of interaction for the combo, so I like to keep that in. And also, like, they're playing scapegoats and stuff, but I also definitely do value the Mirror Force. I could just bring in the Mirror Force, but there's also, what is this? Oh, they conceded while the DMOC was, or no, DMOC wasn't on the board. What is what's going on, Dueling Book? Reload, okay. It's playing Reload in a Reasoning deck. Someone reached out to me recently, and they're like, would Reload be good in this deck? I feel like it would be good. Can't remember who that was, but shout out to you. Here it is. But what I was saying before I noticed this little galaxy here. There's something to be said for having, like, Cyberstein in the deck and that stuff as well to help combat potential spell canceller. And also, like, Cyberstein is just good in the matchup, right? Get out an early Last Warrior from Another Planet. Something like that. You can fight back against an already established board. Man, I do not have an answer for a DMOC, but I kind of want to call 4. I usually only ever call 8. I'm going to call 4 here. I feel like if the opponent's playing Thunder Dragons, maybe they're playing like a little harder into Sacred Crane. Okay, so calling 4 or 8 wouldn't really change anything here. This hand's kind of poor. We do have Scapegoat. Scapegoat's pretty nice. All right, we're putting the Thunder Dragons back for the reload. I did not count the number of cards that the opponent put back for the first reload and then drew. So I hope they did it right. If not, I'm sure the comments will will tell me. I think I was in the middle of talking about something. Maybe? Okay, this hand's much better. Dead Tune Table still here, but we got rid of 1, I guess. So that's something. And then we have Pot of Greed and another card destruction that can get rid of the Dead Tune Table, so not really that bad. Okay, the opponent doesn't have anything else. Just the Facilier. Oh, Reasoning for me? Okay. I need a nice little Premature Burial here, too. All right. I do like this. I'll throw down the Pot of Greed. Limiter and Upstart. I think I might Reasoning before I use the Upstart. Just because maybe there's a chance that we could do something. Yeah, I'll Reasoning here. Go ahead and throw that down. We've got the Mirror Force here, too, to protect. And, well, honestly, like, we could use the card destruction to get rid of the Upstart to draw a card that way. The opponent calls 4. Well, there's no 4 left in my deck. I wonder if any of the reasoning there was I called 4, so, like, they're thinking, oh, 4s. Jinzo's not great. Jinzo was a bad hit. We do still have the limiter that we can get over the Facilier with. I'm just going to play the Upstart now. Alright. Well, that was a good Upstart. Glad to see a Graceful Charity here. I'll go ahead and slam that down. Would love to draw into DMOC or Cyberstein. Okay, we've got Blowback. Oh, giant Trunade. Alright, so let's let's discard Blowback. And I'm just going to discard... Oh, I was supposed to Tune Table first. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, I definitely could have thinned the Tune Table out of my deck. My bad. Let's just get rid of the Tune Table here. Whatever, that's fine. And then I'll Premature Burial, Blowback Dragon. We definitely have lethal here. I don't even think I need Blowback Dragon to connect, honestly. But we'll activate the Blowback Dragon. And then we'll see if the worst card in GOAT format can flip some heads. Nice little 2300 vanilla. There's 1 heads. No. Okay. Well, let's go into Cyberstein, I guess. I'll go grab the old Gatling Dragon. So let's do some math. If I just limiter removal here, this gets over for 24. Oh yeah, it's not even close. Yeah, okay. So let's just slam the limiter removal here, I guess. I very, very highly doubt the opponent is playing Kuhb. Yeah, and they are just going to concede. So we're going to pick up this first match. We played 2 turns. So, you know, I said, how many turns did you play in this video, Kuhb? 4? We're on pace for it. Definitely just forgot to activate the tune table. My bad. Tear me up in the comments if you want. But yeah, that was a little bit of a missed sequence there. But yeah, pretty... I mean, good draws, right? The Upstart Goblin into Graceful Charity, into the Blowback Dragon, we drew the Cyberstein. Just really, really good draws here. But, you know, you live by the combo sometimes, and, you know, sometimes the deck delivers. But let's go ahead and grab a second one. All right, match number 2 here. See how many turns we get. Oh, we get to go first in this one. Okay, a proper FTK maybe? All right, we're 426 on the ladder. That's pretty good, considering we had a pretty slow start. Doesn't look like FTK here. I do have the card destruction, but I think I want to use these before I use the card destruction. I will go ahead and slam down the Upstart Goblin, though. That is for sure. Soul Exchange. All right, that doesn't really change much. I think after the opponent gains their 1,000. Give them a little reminder here. I'm just going to set the Good Goblin Housekeepings, and I'm going to rip one of them off in the opponent's standby phase. That way, if they Heavy Storm, I get the extra value out of the second one. But if they Heavy Storm with both of them and I activate them, you know, as a chain, then I just get... I just draw 1 for each of them, so... Alright, the opponent has gained the 1,000. Cool. Set the Good Goblin Housekeepings, and we'll go from there. If I draw into... Hold up. Like, they just kind of sped through their phases. I'm gonna do this in standby. Oh, well, Monster Gate's really good here. I think I'm probably just gonna put back the card destruction at this point. Okay, and then I will chain to Heavy Storm this thing. All right, so then we will we'll draw 2 off of this one. Tune Table and Mass Driver. Okay, I guess I'll put back the Mass Driver. That makes sense. Oh, the opponent's gonna slam down Reasoning here. I guess I call 8 if they hit something like a Sacred Crane here. It's totally fine. I just want to take the least amount of damage possible. Oh, and we actually called the DMOC right for once. Only problem here is we're a little short. Like, we can Monster Gate here, but maybe that's okay. Is it okay? Hold on. Let's think here for a second. I'm just gonna get that to hand. Then I'm gonna do some math here on the spell reproduction. So if I use this to summon Toon Cannon Soldier, Monster Gate it, spell reproduction can get rid of these 2, and then DMOC can get a piece back. Okay, and then like Torrential's gone. So like, what is this? A Jar of Greed or a Scapegoat, probably. I'm going to go for it. I think very often against Reasoning, just kind of want to go for it. I get time to think, opponent. All right, Toon Cannon Soldier to hand. We will set that and activate Monster Gate. And this, like, there is definitely a fail rate here. I do have to mill over 2 pieces of the combo, and I did not. Okay. Right into DMOC is not really what I wanted to happen. But I guess here we'll get back the Upstart Goblin. And, yeah, I mean... Calm down, opponent. I haven't even activated the card yet. But, yeah, I'll attack with the DMOC. Yeah, Reasoning Gate takes time. Like, what? Whatever. Like, I'm not going to argue that with the opponent. I could attack with the DMOC here and then just like immediately get it back, but then I just get Upstart Goblin. I mean, I think I have to attack here anyway. Just get this off the board. If the opponent uses their Dimension Fusion, then I'm probably screwed, but, you know, that's okay. Maybe we draw into another Pot of Greed or Graceful Charity or something like that. Also, like, you might be playing a certain deck for a certain pace. That is true. But you still have to, you know, give your opponent, like, the time to think. It's like not everybody else is playing a deck just to go fast. I say while I'm playing an FTK deck. Okay, well, the opponent gets rid of the creator for a Jinzo. I'm okay with that. I guess, like, they couldn't really get anything back, but that's fine with me. Jinzo's not doing anything here. All right, tribute off Jinzo for Air Knight. Okay. Sure. And I guess we have a Chaos Monster as well. Okay, so not looking good in this game. I definitely took a risk by going for the DMOC when I did, but we would have drawn it. So, like, I mean, in hindsight, it's actually probably better. Well, given the knowledge of what happened, I would rather have drawn... Oh, they're going to get back Snatch Steal here. I guess. Yeah, I'm going to get back Upstart Goblin, but... Snatch Steal's going to hurt, yeah. Uh-huh. I'm not dead, though, right? It's 56 plus 19, 77. Okay. We live to fight another turn. Though, things are not looking great. That is for sure. For those of you wondering, the DMOCs do not miss timing, even though both DMOCs came in at the same time. The DMOC summon just has to be the last thing. Oh, Dark Balter? All right, well, we'll scoop it up there. Man, playing against Reasoning Gate again? Okay, let's try the old conversion side plan out again. But yeah, I think it was fine to kind of go for it there. But yeah, definitely a fail rate. Did not work out, but that's okay. It's okay. This hand is not great, but I do have a Mirror Force to help protect here. Toon Table to graveyard, Toon Table to hand. We do have a dead Toon Table because a Cannon Soldier's already in hand, but that's all right. Set the good Goblin Housekeeping. We'll set Mirror Force and pass the turn. If the opponent leads on Heavy Storm again, cool, I guess. Reasoning. I'm gonna activate this in response. Just see what I've got. Oh, Limiter's pretty nice. I can put Cannon Soldier back in the deck, and then I can search it up, and I can just leave the blowback in hand, or I can put DMOC back in the deck. I'm just gonna put DMOC back in the deck. I can actually still shuffle the deck with Toon Table of Contents. Even though it's a fail to find, and I will call... I'll call 6, whatever. Whatever they get is totally fine, since I have this Mirror Force, so we'll just get the Jinzo out of the way. And then we'll see what happens. Hopefully they don't hit DMOC here. That, of course, would not be good for me. Yeah, Sacred Crane is fine. Not even going to Mirror Force that. Yep. Pot of Greed, sure. Pretty good draw off the Crane. All right, another Reasoning. Let's just call 6 again. Crane, cool. Maybe I will Mirror Force now. The opponent doesn't have a Dark in the graveyard. Got all kinds of cards in hand, though, and a Monster Gate. Okay. All right. I see, opponent. I see what's happening here. I don't like it, but think we're going to be... I think we might be picking up a loss here. That is A-okay. Sometimes, you know, sometimes you're just not going to get there, right? Metamorphosis, the Jinzo? So, yeah, go into Senshi, so I guess they have a trap as well that they want to keep live or something, or they just want to go into a Chaos Monster. Sure, that makes sense as well. And Dimension Fusion. All right, you got me. This is 16, 32, 5, yeah. You got me. We'll give him the GGs. Don't even need to play the Giant Trunade. Give him the GGs. Get out of here. And, yeah, I mean... we can't go out on that, right? The deck just didn't do its thing at all. Let's go ahead and grab a third one. All right, match number 3. I had an opponent concede as soon as I played Upstart Goblin in the last match that I got. So, no need to show that, I don't think. But, yeah. Let's see if we can do a little bit better than that last one. Ooh. This hand is really good. We get to do some serial spell shenanigans here. I'm probably going to do it with Pot of Greed rather than Graceful Charity. Like, play Graceful Charity first to, like, sift through a bunch of cards and then just use Pot of Greed to draw 4 cards. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Opponent leading on Thunder Dragon. That's cool. Oh, Spell Economics. Okay. I like to have the card quantity. Like, the card selection is very good, obviously, with Graceful Charity, but I also like to have the card quantity because of spell reproduction, stuff like that. So I think, yeah, let's just lead on Graceful Charity. Hopefully we can find a Giant Trunade or something in here. There's a Monster Gate and a Heavy Storm. Okay. So, unfortunately, the opponent didn't play a monster, so we can't use the Soul Exchange, but I think... get rid of Good Goblin Housekeeping, and... I've got Soul Exchange. I'm going to get rid of the Scapegoat, I think. Probably going to be discarding the Soul Exchange, honestly. Let's get rid of the Scapegoat. I think I'm going to... Oh, I could pass, but this hand is just... It's so close to winning. But I have the Soul Exchange Monster Gate. Like, I'm not guaranteed. I have to find Toon Cannon Soldier. Yeah. Maybe I was supposed to keep the Scapegoat. Nah, this is fine. I'm going to pass the turn, and I'm going to be very upset if the opponent card destructions here. Oh, they don't do anything. Okay. That's good for me. Ooh. Spell Reproduction? Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go in here. This is another bit of a calculated risk here, but I'll throw down the Heavy Storm. Oh, the opponent gave me a monster. All right, so are we discarding the Spell Reproduction now? Because we have to discard something to Serial Spell. I'm gonna keep the Spell Economics around. Let's set that. Set the Monster Gate, and yeah, I guess we do get rid of the Spell Reproduction, as odd as that is. I guess Spell Reproduction can get back Graceful Charity, though, but... yeah, I think we're pretty close to... we're pretty close to a win here. So let's just Pot of Greed, drop Serial Spell. We're just going to draw 4 cards. Awesome. We don't have Dimension Fusion yet, but I think that's okay. I wish I would have kept the Spell Reproduction now, but now that we draw into another Monster Gate, but you know, that's fine. Let's target this token, and I'll sack it to Monster Gate. We are guaranteed to get into DMOC here. We just need to make sure that we mill. Make sure we need to mill a Dimension Fusion. I have no control over that. But we did mill Dimension Fusion, so all is well. Oh man, it sounds like it's like really raining pretty hard outside right now. I don't like that. I don't like rain. I really don't like rain. I don't like the outside. I sure am a card game player. But let's get back our Dimension Fusion. We'll flip up the Spell Economics. We'll summon out the Toon Cannon Soldier. Activate the effect. Get rid of this DMOC. And the opponent's going to concede. Cool. Looks like Turbo. No, it looks like Control. I'm just going to leave in... Well, Control's more likely to be playing Solemn Judgment, right? But I also don't want to side this in, really, against the Scapegoat deck. I think I'm just going to leave in the combo again. Sure. That's what we're here for, right? We're here for the combo. So I'm not totally, like, sure I was supposed to pass that one turn that I passed with, like, the Pot of Greed and the Serial Spell in hand. I gave myself a turn, and then on the next turn I was like, let's just go for it now. Maybe that was a little bit too conservative, but, like, I had the Soul Exchange. I guess I would have had to have given up the Soul Exchange, right? So I don't think it was, like, too conservative necessarily, but it worked out. So pretty happy with that. Pick up the game 1. See if we can pick up this game 2. Continue climbing the ladder. We're doing pretty well, right? We started off a little rough with the Reasoning Gate stuff because I, kind of new to the deck. Got to learn some stuff, getting a little bit more comfortable, especially with the machines. And we're doing a little bit better now. So this hand is not doing a little bit better though. This hand is not good. All right. Well, I'm glad we we sacrifice our not good hand to the Delinquent Duo. I'm just gonna get rid of Serial Spell here. And hopefully King Tiger. Okay. King Tiger's he can definitely be. I have the Cannon Soldier in hand. Oh, King Tiger can be a problem. That is often quite good. It's good against the conversion side as well, so it's not like that would have helped out a ton. Of course, like, you don't have to get into Cyber Sign off of the reasoning and stuff. Oh, Pot of Greed. Okay. Sounds good. I'll throw that down. And Graceful Charity. All right. All right. So you're saying there's a chance. We got the Toon Table. Basically, we just need a Monster Gate at this point, right? How good is Spell Reproduction here? I guess, like, we don't have any other pieces of the combo either. I guess we need to get into those. I kind of just want to get rid of this other Giant Trunade. We've got the Heavy Storm. That's probably good enough. Spell Reproduction could be good. Throw down the Toon Table. I'm not going to miss that this time. And we know the opponent's playing Trap Dust Shoot, so we're not going to grab the Cannon Soldier here. But I will go ahead and Upstart Goblin. Dimension Fusion. Okay. Okay, so we're getting closer. If we can pick up a Monster Gate here, of course, like, we can go grab our Cannon Soldier, we can set it, we can Monster Gate it off for DMOC. DMOC not destroyed by the King Tiger. We're not under a ton of pressure. It's also interesting to see King Tiger with the Scapegoat deck. Good Goblin Housekeeping. Okay. It's not the worst card I've ever seen. Just go ahead and set it. Pass the turn. Help us dig a little bit. Moth. Yeah, that one's good. Okay. Alright, Toon Table's out of here. Yeah, I'm just going to get rid of the Spell Reproduction at this point. It's not doing anything. We just don't have the cards for it. And what else we got, opponent? Another face down? That another Moth? Not really a whole lot we could have done here, I don't think. Trunade. That's not the one I wanted to see. Yeah. I'm just going to hold on to it. If it's another Moth, it's another Moth. That's fine. It's Sangan. Okay, sure. We're not dead. Though we're probably going to have to get something going on the next turn, or we will be dead. But hopefully, in Game 3, we just FTK our opponent and be done with it. Flip ring. No. Spell Economics. Okay. Is there a card that can... I don't think there's a single card in the deck that can do anything here, but I will activate the Good Goblin Housekeeping. We'll just see what we draw. I don't have any other copies. Alright, draw one, Soul Release, and I'll admit defeat. Okay, so I think... we see King Tiger. I think that makes me want to... No, the opponent doesn't know how Goblin works. I still draw a card. So yeah, I think I'm just going to leave in this side of the deck. Am I? I'm going first, which makes me want to. And if they summon King Tiger, it turns off most of my monsters anyway. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Good Goblin Housekeeping is an obscure card. Even though it is semi-limited for whatever reason. I think I'm just going to leave in the combo here. Going first. If I get burned by it, I get burned by it. But see if we can finish off this video on a high note. Okay. Yeah, it's not amazing. But I'll throw down the Upstart Goblin here. Yeah. Alright. 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 I guess we're just we're taking our lumps in this video. I guess the good news is if the opponent has Trap Dust Shoot here. Maybe I need to just throw off the Scapegoat. No. No, I'll let them show me Tiger. I think it's like I can throw off Scapegoat into a tribe or whatever. It doesn't do anything. If they have the Tiger, they have the Tiger, I think. I don't really want a Reasoning. So, like, definitely going to call 8, right? After seeing the combo. Okay. Oh, well, if you're going to Heavy Storm, I'll activate Goat now. That sounds good to me. Please no tribe. Back row, back row, back row. Okay. Any more? Got 2 Thunder Dragons in hand. So we know about those. I would like for my opponent to not Trap Dust Shoot me here, but if they do, that's not the end of the world. Graceful Charity is pretty nice. I can use that with Serial Spell. Okay. Yep, Toon Cannon Soldier goes back. I wish I had a Soul Release here. They call 8 every time, right? So, I mean, I really want to use this Serial Spell, but I also, like, I can just wait, right? The opponent's got back row going over here. I think I just chill. I really want to use the Serial Spell with the Graceful Charity to help dig, but I also want to find like a Giant Trunade or a Heavy Storm. All right. Well, there's DMOC. That's not ideal. That's for sure. But Soul Release and Prima now are very good. I think I'm just going to pass the turn again. Because now, like, we need to hit our spell economics. I feel like the opponent's just, they're not pressuring me at all. So I don't feel like I have to commit here. Upstart Goblin is nice. And we do still know about, 2 Thunder Dragons in hand. Let's go ahead and throw down this Upstart Goblin and see what it draws us. Well, there's the spell economics. So now if we hit Premature Burial or Soul Release, we're looking pretty good. Yeah. I'll throw down Toon Table here. And go grab the Cannon Soldier. And Yeah, I guess I summon it out. Or, no, Reasoning is the card I'm going to be... I guess I discard the DMOC. It doesn't really matter. I can get rid of Reasoning too. Yeah, summon out the Cannon Soldier. I'll activate its effect. Just get rid of one of these goats, I guess. Why not? Shoot the opponent for 500. Raigeki Break. That's fine. That is totally fine with me. And now I can set Spell Economics, set Dimension Fusion. Do I want to set the Reasoning as like a third like bluff maybe? Yeah, I think that's fine. Just in case the opponent has like another Raigeki Break and they want to throw it off here. But let's just throw down the Graceful Charity. And Serial Spell. And hopefully we draw into Premature Burial. Giant Trunade is nice. There's the Trunade and the Prima. No, no, no. I have to keep the Prima. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but I have to keep the Prima here. Let's get rid of Spell Economics. Let's get rid of Giant Trunade. And then... didn't want to draw them together. Heavy Storm is not the best. But I did draw Dimension Fusion and Mass Driver. Yeah, I can keep the Heavy Storm, right? Because I can just get back Spell Economics with the DMOC. So if I Heavy Storm, I lose the Dimension Fusion, the Spell Economics, the Reasoning, they lose all of their stuff. I Prima, I get back DMOC. I get back Spell Economics. But then I don't have the Mass Driver. I may just have to go into it through this back row, I think. Yeah. Did I mess this up somewhere? Maybe... Okay. Alright, we'll keep this extra Dimension Fusion, I guess, in case the opponent, like, deals with the DMOC. Oh, man, if they have a Raigeki Break here, it sucks so bad. I could hold and just wait for a Giant Trunade. I got two of them left in the deck. They already used one Raigeki Break, so there's a good chance they have another, I think. Heavy Storm's already gone, so I don't have to worry about those getting destroyed. Man, if that Heavy Storm could have just been a Giant Trunade. How risky is it to pass? If they draw Duo, it's disastrous. But I just have Soul Release left? Man. This is tough. I'm going to activate the Premature Burial. If they have Raigeki Break, they have Raigeki Break. If they don't, I beat most of their interaction. All right, DMOC coming on back. That's fine. I'll get the Mass Driver. DMOC's out of here. These are gone. Opponent loses their Spy. That's fine with me. I kind of don't want to show that I have the Spell Economics. I kind of just want a Dimension Fusion here. So yeah, let's do that. See if the opponent has any interaction for this. If they don't, yeah, get back the DMOC. Now I can get back Giant Trunade. All right, this is all good to go. I believe we have won the game. I feel like maybe there was some sort of point in here I could have done something a little differently. I would have to watch it back. But this turn was tough. For sure. But we have Mass Driver. We have Spell Economics. You are dead, opponent. Get rid of the DMOC here. You take 400. And then I'm just gonna loop this. Oh, they don't know about the other Dimension Fusion, but yeah. Opponent is gonna concede, so we are gonna be able to pull out a 2-1. No, the opponent already left, but I'll give the GG. Sorry. We are going to be able to pull out a 2-1. We had that one match where, you know, things just kind of fell apart. But, you know, that's to be expected with this deck. It's definitely not the most consistent thing the Go format has ever seen. But, yeah, hope you've enjoyed seeing the power of DMOC launch, one of my babies, one of my favorite decks in this format. And, you know, hopefully the deck doesn't show me any of that second match whenever I'm playing in GGP Detroit. Hopefully I'm just absolutely crushing my opponents and they don't get to play. But yeah, that's going to be the video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back with the next one.